Welcome, I'm Georgia, Community Manager at Roots the Collective, and today Raisa and I are here together to talk about the RSK Quest Hub by Vottun, specifically the quests Roots the Collective and BALT has live there. And BALT is also one of our grantees, so we're really excited about that. I have also got here John, founder of JX Labs and the team behind BALT, joining to show us their side of things. And of course, Ramon, CMO at Vottun, the team behind RSK Quest Hub, that is going to walk us through the platform live. Raisa, you want to kick things off?
Yeah, let's go, of course. So, as you said, today we're covering the RSK Quest Hub through two campaigns that are already live on it. So, it's super practical for you guys to get to know the platform. So, we have our own campaign from Rootstock Collective called Bitcoin Builder Heat. And we have also BALT's campaign that both are live in there. But first, I'd like to have our guests to introduce themselves. John, would you like to start?
Yes, of course. Hi, everyone, and thank you for having me here today. I'm Sean, founder of JS Labs, a lab focused on Bitcoin and blockchain solutions. And also, I create BALT. BALT was born as a decentralized protocol to create and manage Bitcoin inheritance using a smart contract on Rootstock. And really, over time, BALT evolved into a continuity layer for Bitcoin and digital assets. Today, we have the traditional BALT inheritance vault. Also, we have a BALT Pro for companies and treasuries use case. BALT payment for the scheduled payment using assets like USD Reef and DOC. And the latest release is the BALT gift, which allows users to give Bitcoin in a very simple way.
Super nice. That's a kind of gift I would like to get, actually. And now over to you, Ramon. I believe a lot of people know you because we have had some past live streams. But yeah, please introduce yourself, and also if you could kickstart speaking a bit about the RSK Quest Hub, that would be amazing.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for inviting me today to this session. Well, I'm Ramon, and I'm the CMO at Vottun. Vottun is a company that is based in Spain. We started like 7 years ago building different solutions for institutions, for companies that want to make the jump into Web3. So that was our first mission. We were working with different banks, organizations, companies that are very important in Spain. After some years, we focus also on development on Web3. And that's where we started to work also in different solutions like the Quest Hub that we will talk about also today. And that's it. Going to Quest Hub, to Rootstock Quest Hub, we can say that this is the official Quest platform for the Rootstock ecosystem. It's designed to help the users to explore and understand how the Rootstock ecosystem works. So it's the place where you can discover protocols, you can learn about protocols, and you can get reward by participating on different missions. Every project can upload their own campaign in the platform. So you can see different structures, different rewards, and different let's say, challenge that you can follow up on the platform, and that's make you understand more about the Rootstock and rewards and participate in the ecosystem. So basically, this is the platform.
Amazing, perfect. So, Ramon, would you like to show us the demo of the RSK Quest Hub so we can have a feel of how it looks like?
Yeah, of course. So this is the Quest Hub platform, okay, the Rootstock Quest Hub platform. We are at let's say at the beginning. This is the first page that you see as user when you register on Rootstock. So what is this? This is the mission progress and your user profile, okay? You can see how many points you have by participating on the platform, how many submissions have you made, how many participants how many missions are you completing on the different missions, and how many pending submissions you have. Let's say that you are participating in, for example, 2 campaigns. You can see how many are approved or how many are pending, okay? So this is like your dashboard, your main dashboard, where you can see your current status in the platform. So then if you go to the home, you will see the main page where you can explore the different campaigns that you will find in the Quest Hub platform, okay? Here we have of course, the Rootstock Collective campaign. We have another campaigns that we are pushing to educate the people about Rootstock. And there is also, of course, the BALT protocol campaign that is here. So you can explore everything that is uploaded to the platform and where you can participate. So let's say that you want to participate in some campaign. You can push in one of the buttons, for example here, join mission, and then you go to the specific campaign where you can join, you can see the leaderboard, you can see, if you scroll down, you can see the activities, all right? For example, so you can click on any of the activities to start participating in the missions. For example, clicking here, you see the instructions, you can follow up all the steps and complete the missions. That's the main view on any campaign. All the campaigns look similar, but the missions are always, of course, different, right? So also you have a leaderboard. This one is let's say, the global leaderboard that is for all the campaigns in the platform. The more campaigns you have, the more campaigns you can complete. You get experience by completing different missions on different campaigns. And in the future, we are planning to implement a reward system that will reward the people that is more active in the Rootstock ecosystem and the Quest Hub platform. So you are motivated not only to participate in one campaign, so to participate in all the campaigns that you found on the platform. That's the main goal. So that's we can say this is the features for the users.
Amazing, perfect.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you so much for showing us around, Ramon, to show how the platform looks like and to get people familiar with it. Now, John, I would like you to show a bit about BALT's campaign that it's live and running now on RSK Quest Hub, just for people to see in action how a campaign actually works in there and how your own campaign is working in there.
Yes, of course. On Quest Hub, we are running a campaign focus in Bitcoin inheritance. So the main message of the campaign is how can we make Bitcoin unstoppable even beyond our lifetime. It's about what happens to your Bitcoin if you pass away or lose access, really. So our campaign introduces that problem step by step. Explain how BALT solves with a non-custodial inheritance vault on Rootstock, and then guide users to actually interacting with the product. That's the idea.
That's nice. Yeah, I think the nice part about this campaign is that it's not only yours, but all the campaigns that we have live on the RSK Class Hub is that it's mainly designed to take that first risk that people have whenever trying anything new, like not only this kind of platform, but any type of new product. Everyone is a bit afraid, like, does it work? Is it for me? So it's very nice that you're taking off, especially when it's regarding crypto and Bitcoin, especially. I think people are super protective about that asset. So it's a nice way that they can play around and actually have some fun, meanwhile protecting their funds, because the platform is made on Rootstock. And I think everyone here knows that Rootstock runs on Bitcoin, the safest platform that we have nowadays on blockchain. So I think it's super nice to combine these two things, like security and fun, in one place. So I would like, now that you also spoke a bit about what BALT does and how that is with the campaign, how does the BALT actually fits into the Rootstock ecosystem? I think it's super interesting and unique product. So it would be nice for you to explain to us how it all fits together.
Yes, of course, of course. So BALT. BALT is a non-custodial continuity protocol for Bitcoin and digital assets. So the first use case for us is inheritance. A user creates a vault, define the heirs, set an activity period, and keep control of the funds. That is the important part too. If the user remain active, they can check-ins and reset the inactivity counter. But the inactivity period pass without a check-in, the heirs become eligible to claim the vault. So Rootstock really is the key because it allows us to build this kind of smart contract with logic stay connected to Bitcoin. So BALT fits, I think, very naturally into the Rootstock ecosystem. We are bringing the real world Bitcoin use case, inheritance and long-term continuity to Bitcoin DeFi and Bitcoin smart contracts.
Nice. And now jumping in back to the platform, would you like to show us the actual tasks or quests that you have on the campaign that you guys have live now, and how they are structured, and what's the goal for the participants when they are interacting there?
Yeah. I can Playing that from BALT side, we structure the campaign is simple journey: awareness, learning, engagement, and activation too. First, users understand the Bitcoin inheritance problem and why it matters. Then they learn how BALT works really, bouncing, hairs in active period, check-ins, and then non-custodial model. And after that, they engage the community and the app too. And the step is really the activation. Create a real inheritance vault on the Russo mainnet.
Oh, nice, nice. That's super cool. And I remember I spoke to you a couple months ago just for people to know the experience at BALT to create that vault. I know that that sounds like a bit too complicated, but it's actually much simpler than it looks like. It's actually the whole goal of BALT is to make those vaults simpler and accessible for everyone. I think there is nothing more decentralized than that, than one person being able to create its own vault and actually interact in deciding the rules for that. So it's super nice that people have the two benefits of creating the vault and actually competing for the prize that the campaign offers. So let me ask you, and how what's the connection between the Balt's quest and actually engaging with the product itself? Like I think it's that last touch point that you just mentioned, right?
Yes, yes, that's right, that's right. So, for my point of view, the connection is very direct, really. The quests are not only educational, they are designed to guide the user into actual bad flow. They first understand the problem, then the mechanisms, and finally they interact with the app. And that is very important. They need to connect a wallet, select an asset, define an inactivity period, and also register a hair address and create a vault on Rostock. So the campaign works as an onboarding path from learning to real product usage.
Nice, nice. And I hope this question doesn't come with a bad answer. Did you have any surprise while running the campaign on the RSK Quest Hub for the first time?
Yes, yes, yes. The biggest surprise for me was how well the quest formats were to explain a complex topic. So, Bitcoin inheritance can sound abstract or
Yeah.
even uncomfortable at first because the people do not always think about what happened to the assets in the future. So, that is it's the reality. But when you break into a small step, the problem, the vault, the check-ins, the hairs, the non-custodial model, people understand it much faster. For us, it's very valuable because vault is much easier to understand when the people actually go through the flow.
Nice, nice. That's super nice reflection actually. Like when you break down that experience and make it more like digestible for the end user to try it, it also makes it more logic, right? It's like teaching a kid how to do something where you go step by step and then when you break down that process in the end you are like, oh, okay, that's not as scary as hard as I thought and that actually makes sense. Yeah, that's very nice reflection.
That's right. It's a baby step.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John. And to add also from my side for the last question, I think that my biggest surprise for the platform when I explored it for the first time, when we also introduced the collective quest, was how smooth the user experience was. And of course, the interface really smooth, not chaotic. Really, really easy to navigate for a user, especially when you're new to a project. How good it is to incentivize a platform like that. So people can really join and get the rewards. So now let's switch gears. So let's get into our campaign, specifically the Bitcoin Builder Hit. And that is a 15 quest journey across 4 sections actually: awareness, learn, builder opportunities, and the app discovery. It's designed to take someone from I've never heard anything about Roots Collective, all the way to I've staked, I've backed a builder, and now understand how governance really works. So I have a question for Ramon because while we were creating the whole quest, what he proposed to us, then fixing it, giving feedback back and forth. Ramon, actually, you were the one proposing this structure for us, which I think that really works. Why do you think that we should split it that way into those four sections specifically? And what was the thinking behind the order? Maybe something that you have seen from other quests that you see that now makes sense and it's more helpful for the participants to follow.
Yeah, we always build a campaign thinking about two things: that probably you are going to have users that are coming from your ecosystem, but also probably you will have some users that are coming from other projects, other ecosystems, and probably they never heard about Rusto and Rusto Collective, and probably they are totally new in the ecosystem, right? So it's important that when they come to the missions, they don't go lost on the first missions, because if not, this user that is not going to come back never, because it's like, hey, I don't understand this, I prefer to move to another place where I can start. So we start always with the awareness campaign, where you first discover what is the protocol about or the project about. In this case, you are learning about what is Rusto Collective and how it works, let's say the basics. And then you start to learn about how the protocol works, or how the DAO works in this case. And then you learn about the builders opportunity, and you discover the app like the last step in the campaign. So this way the user start with very basic missions that are like read documentation, join the community, go to Twitter and maybe like some posts, and then you will be redirecting them to more Web3 or complex missions that need to connect a wallet, to stake tokens, to back a builder and everything. So this way you have a campaign that is comfortable for users that are coming at the first, but also is like a kind of challenge that make you learn from zero to be a master on the Rusto Collective ecosystems.
Yeah, perfect. And I have to mention that there are quests that send people to real governance, and this was really important for me when we were building the whole quest. These quests are sent people to real governance proposals and real grants, not just simulations. And you may ask me, why was this important for me? Because we didn't want this to feel like a tutorial that ends the moment that you close the tab. Anyone can build a quiz about governance. The real test is whether someone can actually go find a live proposal, read it, and understand what's being decided. Same with the grants and the collective rewards quest, of course. We wanted people to land on the actual grants page, for example, see real applications and real funding amounts, not just a mock up of what that might look like. The whole point of Bitcoin Builder Hit is that by the time someone finishes it, there is not just aware of Roots the Collective, they've actually touched the parts of it that matters. Governance, funding, taking, that's the difference, I would say, between a campaign that teaches you about a DAO and one that gets you to participate in it. And of course, the section people ask me the most about is the last one, the raffle, and the rewards part. Quest 15 is where you register and there is a prize pool of 1,000 stake drift split between three winners, 500 for the first one, 300 for the second one, and 200 for the third one. The raffle itself takes place at the end of the campaign in September among everyone who's completed all the quests. So if you haven't already participated, you need to do it right now in order for you to be part of the raffle. And Ramon, for someone that is watching us right now who hasn't started yet, what's the fastest path to catching up before the raffle registration close and before the whole campaign and the quest is not live anymore?
So we start there again in the home. You are in the Quest Hub platform and you have all the missions. So you will find the Rusto Collecting Bitcoin Builder head in the first position because it's the last campaign that we launched. So to start, you just need to push join mission. That's easy like that. You push there and you are going to be redirected to the campaign. Okay. There you will find the reward, the prize pool that you say, that I think that people is very excited about that. But if you scroll down, you will find all the missions on the campaign, okay? Like we say, the first missions are very basic. You just need to understand what is Rusto Collective, joining the community on X, on Telegram, and so on. And when you start to go down, you will find more, let's say, Web3 missions like learning about the token, learning about the governance power, proposing and voting and discover the collecting grants. And at the end of the day, you are going to, if you are a great mission completer, you will find the last mission that is locked if you are not completing the previous 14 missions. But once you complete all the previous missions, you will be able to complete the raffle register. That is very basic. You just need to plug your wallet address and your mail registered on rskquesthub platform. That is the way that we can check that you really completed the campaign. And that's it. You just need to go to Quest Hub, start completing missions, and you will be participating in the raffle if you complete the last one. It's easy like that.
Amazing. Let's go over to the BALT section actually to also show the quest there. And while we're going, also to mention that there is some manual work there that people are submitting, that participants are submitting, are checked by real people. So it's not easy for someone to hack the system, let's say, and proceed to the next task and get points, let's say, if not everyone is correct.
Yeah, exactly. The way that the campaign on BALT is built is similar to the Rusto Collective campaign. So you need to follow up the missions from the beginning. The way that the campaign is designed, you will learn about the first, how it works, and what the inheritance problem is, what BALT means, and how the system is built. And at the end, you are going to create your own BALT. So you have all the steps on the missions. For example, let's say that you don't know how this works. When you go to the mission and you click on access, you just need to follow up the steps. That is pretty simple because all the missions have the instructions. So you just need to follow up the links, follow up the steps, and complete the required mission, and you are okay. The missions take some time to be reviewed because some missions need to be manually reviewed. Others are automatic, but you don't need to worry about that because in a few days, the missions are always approved or rejected. And in case that you say that your mission is rejected, you will get the reason. Like, hey, you are uploading the wrong link, or you are doing this wrong, or whatever. So you can come back and try again. So that's not an issue. Okay.
Amazing, perfect. Worth mentioning here, I think once again that even if you're a developer and you want to explore the rootstock ecosystem, even if you just want to explore the rootstock ecosystem, it's a really nice way to do so. And also, this is an open invitation to other projects from the rootstock ecosystem once again. If you want to host your own quest on the RSK Quest Hub platform, feel free to reach out to Ramon and the Vottun team, and I'm pretty sure that they would be more than helpful. I wanted to ask you, Ramon, from the RSK Quest Hub site, what's been the response to the two campaigns? How have you seen it until now? Do we get enough participants? Do we get enough submissions? How does it feel?
Okay, if you ask me, as marketing people, I will tell you that never is enough. And we want more people coming to join the both campaign that we got in the platform. But to be honest, we are quite happy with the result at the moment because it's a platform that is new. So it's really great to see protocols like BALT taking the first step and Rusto Collective to take the first step, because being the first, you need to be, brave to be there. But this makes other people to join and to come. As soon as we have more people coming, I'm sure that we will multiply the numbers and we will see more activity in the platform. And this is something that is positive for the protocols, but also for the ecosystem itself. So yeah, we are happy with the current activity. We have like 400 users registered at the moment in the platform. That is a good number. Not everyone is doing all the missions. That is something that is also makes sense, because maybe you are interested on one protocol, but you are not interested in another one. But at the end of the day, if they are users and if they have a reason to join, they will join. For example, if you have a reward at the end of the campaign, maybe you are not very interested in what they are doing, but hey, there is a reward, you will join. Yeah, the more campaigns we go, the more people will start to engage with all the missions. But yes, we are happy with the results, to be honest.
For sure.
Okay, so I think that's the wrap. Georgia, thank you so much for being an amazing co-moderator with me. John and Ramon, thank you so much for joining us today and walking us through the platform and also through the campaigns that we have live there. So just a reminder for all of you, so we have these campaigns that are live at the RSK Quest Hub. That's rskquesthub.xyz. Super simple to access. You just need to connect your wallet and you can start joining all these campaigns. Once again, thanks everyone so much and see you soon. Bye bye.